All right. I think everything is doing its thing. Gotta. Uh-oh. Is it doing it? Okay. Gotta change everything now. Let's just do lunch, break, live stream. Cool. It's not private. It's public. Save. Nice. Save. Okay. All right. Maybe this will work. It still says the privacy is private, but I hope that's just it. Nope, it still says it's private. Public. Done. Save. Okay. All right. I gotta change the background to anything else while we're doing this. So I was a little late coming in. That's okay. So I just didn't have this set up to start with. Let's see. Lunch. Break. Live stream. I guess is just the unimaginative name that we're gonna go with today. How about that? We need like a school themed kind of thing, right? Like the cafeteria. Why not? The cafeteria. There we go. Club. There we go. That's us. The cafeteria club. Okay. Why not? Why not have fun with it? Right? If you can. Still trying to make this. I'm so sorry. We're doing it. We're getting there. Yeah, we were talking a lot about snails in my class, and somehow we just kind of got sidetracked. We were watching snails like laying eggs and stuff. It was pretty cool. I liked it. I like all that weird stuff. I mean, I guess it's not weird if you're a snail, right? That's the idea. Let's see. Doing the thing. Hopefully I spelled cafeteria correctly. As I remind you guys, I'm not your English teacher. So that is okay. Change. Doing it. Thumbnail for the chat? No, that's not it. There it is. Cafeteria club. So hopefully when people will see this as it pops up, I don't know, a couple minutes later, once it refreshes itself, it'll just say this cafeteria club. That's the hope. Your favorite English teacher? Yeah, well, it's probably because I'm not an English teacher, so I can't grade you, right? That's it. Let's see. No, the images are not depicting snails. The images here are hippos. I don't know. I just thought, let's have a nice background side image. I don't know if we're gonna use this at all, so it's just here in case. Yeah, that's all. It's just baby hippos are cute. You guys don't think so? You guys don't think baby hippos are cute? I mean, what's wrong with you? Look at that. That's not cute to you? He's just hanging out, being there. Look at this one. That's great. They're very dangerous when they get older. They kill more people each year than sharks do, but, you know, that's a cute animal. I got another cute animal over here, but he's sleeping. So my idea is to do these twice a week, and for just half an hour. That way it still gives me time to run any errands I need to do and rest my stupid back, or stretch my stupid back, I should say. It's too rested, and that's the problem. How are you guys doing? You guys want to talk about stuff? There's no theme for this. It's just talk about stuff. The only thing is, again, you know, no profanity or sexual stuff, because it's minor friendly, but that's it. That's it. So you can talk about any other topic you like. My rats were cute today. Even managed to take some decent photos. That's good. I saw some of the photos you posted in the Discord. I wasn't able to comment on them. I was just trying to find that one person, just to see if they had posted in any other place, because they were kind of harassing people on the channel, and I just didn't want to didn't want to have that happen. That's all. Yeah, I'm very happy to have discussions with people. When did this start? Summer. Honestly, this started what, 5 minutes ago? Yeah, not really started. It was live, but it didn't start. I don't know if that makes sense. But we're gonna stop around. Today we'll stop around like 55. So I don't know what the hour is for you, but around minute 55. That's when we're stopping. So 23 minutes from now. How's the vaccine rollout in South Korea? I mean, not anything that I've seen. Anything that's happening so far, it's similar to most other places where like the most vulnerable people are getting it, but we can totally check that out. Let's see if there's anything on our fun website, Arirang. See if we got any cool stuff. New normal, new challenges. That's been up there forever. Oh dear. You guys like our good friend? Let's make this smaller. There we go. Oh, okay. That's great. I'm guessing, what do we think? In U.S. history 2, what? Finish this sentence. What do you guys think? Finish this sentence, and I'm gonna have this here. Super short stream, get them questions. And yeah, this is because I want to make it something that's doable for me regularly. So one of the problems with the lunch break live stream was when we started doing the new type of online classes, it just was way too stressful to do them. And yeah, the schedule change just made it really difficult. But being able to do them for like half an hour, that's something that we can do. Difficult not only just stress-wise, but also just for my back. So that's what sucked too. Yeah, and I should have a bit of lunch. I got my lunch made. It's ready, but I gotta eat it. Let's see. To risk getting sent to court twice, to be impeached twice, impeached. Yes, yeah. I think it's going to be the twice impeachment. But you guys can, of course, finish the sentence any way you like. The first user's president in history to be very orange. Those are things to be you can add there too. So that is it. Impeachment. So that's exciting. Good job, Mr. Trump. What else can we say? What else can we say? Let's see. We got new cases of our good friend COVID. Let's see if we can find anything with the vaccine. All right. Just the global race for the vaccine. That's as far back as August. Yeah, that's interesting. There isn't anything more recent on that. There's also the Korean Herald. That's another one we can check out. Korea Herald, I should say. You can tell how often I read it. Yeah, we're just kind of a bit worried about this. So for us, this is like, oh no, cases in the 500s. So that's a good sign, because once we got over 1,000, we were freaking out. Yeah, I guess the poll. Wait to see what happens. That's the attitude I guess people are having about the vaccine. No, not again. Are we having another church outbreak? You guys can attend church sermons online. I don't understand this. Ugh. It's not like, if you believe that your deity is omnipresent, You don't get more of him or it by being in a church versus your house. Like, I don't understand why this is so. Another evangelical church. Yeah, remember, we don't have a Christian majority here, but the majority of Christians in Korea are that, like, heavy evangelical sort of extremist kind of thing. Not everybody, thankfully. You know, there are Catholics and stuff here as well, but there's a pretty I would say vocal amount. I don't know if it's necessarily the majority, but there's a severe, like, a vocal type of Christian that would be the evangelical slant. Yeah. So that is, yeah. So it's pretty interesting stuff. We can read it if you guys want. I don't know. Let me know if you want to read it. Our max in a day is over 11,000 new cases. Yikes. Yikes. Need to wait for Legal Eagle to update us on laws. He's not impeached until the Senate says so, right? Let's see. If your deity is omnipresent, you should stay home to avoid risking spreading it to him. Well, yeah, I guess he's equally at risk wherever it would be. But yeah, I don't understand this push. Now, some people say that part of it is because, you know, they want people to donate money, and that's why the churches will stay open, because that's, you know, a lot of income they get is through the church donations from the congregation. Okay, maybe that works as an excuse in the US, but here a lot of people just transfer money from their bank using, like, a banking app. So they could still tithe just as easily, possibly easier, you know. Instead of having to stop at the bank and take out some money, I can just easily transfer money. So it's actually a faster way for me to tithe if I was, you know, attending church online. So, let's see. Forsake not the assembling. Well, apparently they are being forsaken. Yes, welcome, Shuggle. Why are you awake right now, Shuggle? I know Ratsa has weird work hours. What about for you? I always feel bad having these later in the day, because I'm like, some people won't be able to attend. But yeah, if we can read them if we like. Let's see. Move this over to the side. Lay's look today is A&E special about the mind of serial killers and what drives them. Very intellectual. Is this what you're talking about with is it my look today? Are you saying that I look like a serial killer, or what we're talking about today? I am awake reading, just finished speaking to a colleague about a trip to Ethiopia. Oh, that's exciting. Is it your trip, or is it your friend's trip? Our statistics show it worse than it is. What do you mean by that, Ratsa? Do you mean that it appears bad on paper, but in reality the people are not showing strong symptoms? Is that what you mean? My mom tithes from home. Yeah, you don't have to go. I don't know about that. I've heard that people say that get tested positive, die in a car crash equals you died of corona. I've heard people say that, but I haven't seen any evidence of it. I've heard people claim it, but I haven't heard any evidence of it. The thing that I've heard more is something like you get corona and then you have a heart attack and they say that you died because of corona. And then people are saying, well, no, you died from the heart attack. But if you wouldn't have had the heart attack without the extra stress of the virus, I think that's what they're saying. But again, I haven't actually seen that. I haven't seen anything specifically say, oh yeah, that's part of our practice. If somebody had corona and they died from getting beheaded, yeah, they died from corona, we have to write that down. So I haven't actually seen that, so I can't verify. That's how we count it. If you get tested positive and then you just die, you're added to the statistics. Well, that seems very, I'm sorry, Sweden, that seems very lazy, doesn't it? You know, if you check back up on the person and say, hey, you know, what happened? Oh, they ended up dying. And then you just like, oh, died from corona. No, they died in a car accident. Nope, died from corona. I don't know why that just seems... Why would they do it that way? That doesn't make sense. But you're talking about the number 11,000 is deaths? Is that what you were talking about? The 11,000 number was deaths? Oh dear. Looks like we might have to end earlier. I thought I had more battery power. Did not. Did not. The deaths are just people dying. Okay. Why would they do it that way? They died or is listed as death per complications. Right. That's what I've heard too. And to me that I think would make more sense, that you died from complications. Sort of like if a person dies from a heart attack and they're chronically obese, you would say their obesity had triggered the heart attack, right? It's sort of the same idea. If a person is kind of unhealthy or healthy and they get the coronavirus and then they die of a heart attack, they're going to say, well, you know, this person likely died because the corona triggered this issue. So I think that's... Okay, so the 11K confirmed in a day. I'm saying, is it 11K they are confirmed new cases or confirmed to have died from corona? That's my question. Some countries count their corona deaths as flu, so the statistics look better. Why are we playing this game? Like, come on, Earth, get your stuff together. I heard somebody refer to it this way for kids. Get your poop in a group. And I thought that was funny. Confirmed new cases. Okay. Because the deaths, that's, yeah. That would have been something. A friend of mine's mom's died from something unrelated to COVID and didn't test positive for COVID. They put her death down as COVID. What, why? What is... Why would people do that? Maybe that's one of the reasons that Korea's so low. Because I haven't heard us doing anything like that. You know, so low compared to other countries. But in addition to the fact that we also, you know, have good practice. Like I'm working from home. You know, this is one of those good practices, and we can't go on to public transportation without a mask and stuff like that. You know, so highest death count was 116. Gotcha. Lee, do you think you had corona last year before the lockdown started? I do not. I don't think I've had anything like it. The closest thing that I could say, yeah, this was likely a coronavirus would be just influenza. There was just a really high chance that I had the flu. 2016, 2015? Yeah, that's it. That was just it. So, and it wasn't like, the reason I say high chance is because I went to the doctor and they're like, oh, it's probably the flu, here's some medicine. They didn't test it, you know, they didn't care to test it. Even still though, if that's, like, the flu kicks your butt, like, severely. You know, we get a cold sometimes, which is also a type of coronavirus, like the rhinovirus. And, I mean, they're not the same. You know, when you catch a cold, you're like, oh, this sucks. You get the flu, you're like, I feel like I'm dying. It is not fun. I was still able to work and stuff, but no, you know, you're just asleep. Like, your body just shuts off periodically. So, you know, you're going to work, you're commuting, like, on public transportation, not driving, and suddenly you're asleep. It's lunch break, and you set your alarm because you know you're going down, and then your alarm's going off and you're waking up. Like, you didn't even realize you fell asleep. Your body just, like, shuts you down while you're on the flu, or while you have the flu. So even if the corona was just that would suck. And the fact that it has the long-term side effects, I would say, is the more dangerous part of it. Because with the flu, you get it, you get better, or you can die from it, okay. But with the COVID situation, you get it, you could die from it, you could get better, or you could have long-term health complications. And with the SARS-1 virus from 2003, there have been people that still are suffering long-term complications from that, you know, some 18 years later. So it's not, that's the real risk of the COVID thing. I think it's still a higher death rate than the influenza virus, but I don't think we should just focus on the death rate, because I think the bigger risk is based on just the statistics and stuff, the bigger risk is the long-term side effects. Yeah. Let's see. Denmark and Norway were super low in deaths compared to Sweden. No idea how or why. But isn't it because Sweden didn't put any measures in? Isn't that how it was? Like, they weren't putting any restrictions on businesses and going out. A friend of mine is going to Ethiopia, but I also want to go. They have a rare manuscript collection. Ooh, and urgently want to take a look at the city of Harar. Yeah, definitely. I already regret bringing it up. I'm so sick of the whole virus thing. I wish it would just be back to normal. Yeah. We talked about this in the Ethiopian church in the Lemon class. I know, right? It's exciting. We are too much addicted to social media due to the pandemic, and they censor stuff. Well, who is they? What are they censoring? And I don't know. I think that I wouldn't say using social media during this pandemic is necessarily an addiction. I think a lot of people miss that social aspect that they're not able to get because of the lockdown. So I think it's nice to have that. I mean, that's what we're doing right here, right? That's why these lunch break live streams exist. I don't know who Jeannie Carmen is. Let's find out, and let's hope my computer isn't gonna crash or like shut down. Jeannie Carmen. Maybe Jean? How? Is it these? Are you saying that I look like this? Is that what we're doing? With this hair? We got the hair going too. Alright. I disagree. Maybe we have similar glasses, but I disagree that we share any facial features. Maybe a bigger nose? I don't know. Let's see. If I got the flu, I'm keeping these videos on loop. Well, thank you. That's one of the reasons they're not monetized, is because when I'm listening to videos, especially when I have a migraine, and suddenly it's like video, and then super loud advertisement. Pew, 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 pew. It's just like, okay, I was almost asleep. My migraine might have been fading, and then suddenly now it just came screaming back. You know, and of course it's not the fault of the creators necessarily. You know, yeah, you guys want to make money, especially since, you know, most of the creators put way more effort into their videos than I do. Of course you want to get paid for that time, absolutely. It's just, for me, I don't like it, so I'm not going to do it to other people. So that's the reason I took off the monetization. We did put measures in, and most people followed them. Where we failed was elder care. Okay. The internet companies, we are depending on monopolies. So who is we, Vicar? Are you in the US? Is that where you're talking about? Censorship can be the definition done only by states towards their population. Twitter and YouTube are private companies. Yeah, that's true. It's not an insult. They're worse people. Yeah, I mean, she's not. I mean, she's gorgeous, obviously, right? There's worse people to be associated with. I just don't see it. In fact, I don't see most of the things that you guys compare me to. I just don't. There've been video game characters, and I'm just like, oh, okay, so I have dark hair and glasses. She has dark hair and glasses. Therefore, we're the same person. Like, I had short hair and glasses, and people were like, oh, you look like Velma from Scooby-Doo. I'm like, thanks. I'm a cartoon character now. Okay, you know, we both have, you know, it's like, I wonder, is this how some people were so confused by Clark Kent versus Superman? You know, you couldn't be Clark Kent. Clark Kent has glasses. You know what I mean? Let's see. Sort of. She would have wished she looked like you, not the other way around. Yeah, I don't think so. She's clearly successful for being gorgeous, and then there's me. How's the South Korean situation with the pandemic? You know, we're here. I'm home teaching, so I'm working from home. We're still working from home. We could still go out. I you know, go out occasionally. The big change has been delivery stuff. So we've been relying a lot on delivery services because, you know, we shouldn't go out, we can't go out, but it snowed. So because of the snow, the deliveries get shut down, just because, of course, it's super dangerous for moped drivers to be out there on these uncleared, snowy roads, and they're very icy as well. So they kind of shut that down. So it's like, all right, we have to go out. Yeah. You know, we're still able to do it. We just have to be tracked and separated and all that. Yeah. I already liked Korea because I didn't have to make small talk with strangers. So I like it even more now. Will you do a cosplay of the actress? Yeah, from what I'm seeing, I don't think I have any clothes remotely similar to this. I have towels, I guess, but I mean, this is just too much skin for little old me. Hey streamer, you remind me of a lady living in Korea. Yeah, I know, right? Let's see, the censorship argument would gel if social media were like public utilities. Yeah, they're not. Your susceptibility to migraines. What is noise pollution like in South Korea? It's a lot. Depends. Depends where you are. It depends on who's on the subway and how drunk they are. For the most part, the subways are pretty quiet, but you occasionally get like a handful of older people that are drunk and they'll just be really loud. Or like one old person that has like their phone on speaker and they're screaming into it. So that's not good. Or people, it's illegal, but some people still sell things on the subway cars, and so they'll come in and they'll just start yelling loudly so everyone can hear on the car that they're selling this thing. And I just ask them, I just look at them and I'm like, I have a migraine, stop. And they won't. And so I pretend to film them because it's illegal again, and they're not supposed to do that. So once you pretend to film them, they just keep kind of moving on. But yeah, you're not supposed to do that. That's so cruel to do that. But otherwise, things are for the most part pretty quiet, compared to like the United States, you know. The only thing that's not is traffic. I hate leaving work, because there's a lot of traffic and it's just constant horns. It's just honking. So I usually have my headphones in and have some kind of drowned out noise, like a noise that drowns it out. Who is this? Jean Carmen, I guess. I don't know. But somebody said because I'm wearing glasses that are brown, I look similar to her. I don't know. I fought off Corona MERS in 61 hours. I mean, I don't have any way to verify that or why you're bringing it up, so I don't know. Waiting for drone deliveries and Pakistanis be hiding. Wow. That's kind of dark. It's like, oh yeah, here we're trying to be safe for, you know, the moped delivery, and it's like, here's a joke about kids being killed by drones. Okay. If Trump makes his own social media platform, the brand becomes a verb. With most, it won't be trumping. Yeah, maybe trumpeting too. I had a friend who was triggered by the sound of train wheels squealing on the tracks. It was painful to see him react to it. Yeah, it's yeah. I think people don't realize when you are susceptible to migraines, especially when you kind of live sort of on that zone of you can easily be pushed into a migraine. So even if you don't actively have one, you could easily just, like, the wind blows a little too coldly and now you have a migraine, like you're that close to getting one. I think people don't realize that every stimulus physically hurts you. Like, I like to wear wigs and hats. I can't wear them. Sometimes, like, I have glasses that I have to, like, move. The sides have to be larger, because just that gentle pressure on this side of my head or the side of my head triggers a migraine. The light, which is why I have these glasses on, triggers migraines. Sound triggers migraines. And it hurts. It's like physical pain here, or physical pain in my ear, like as if somebody scratched the inside of my ear skin. Like it's a physical pain in the ear and also it's a migraine, so it causes that pain somewhere else. Or with the light, it's physical pain in your eyes, like right in here. It's like somebody is like taking a pen and just jamming it in there. I mean, yeah, try that. Take a pen without this, open, and just kind of press until you feel like you're gonna hurt yourself severely. Don't hurt yourself severely, but that point where you feel like maybe I'm gonna do some damage if I press any harder. That's how it feels to be exposed to light. It sucks, and that's why I got these on. Yes, Lady Di, you didn't find her tragic. There's another Lady Di. It's a wet mummy. DAI. There it is. Will I dress up in Korean ethnic dress? I mean, I would have to have it. I don't have a hanbok. That Vicar comment was just deep. Yeah, I know, man. That's dark. Headbands are hell. Yes. I thought like, oh, I'll cosplay as Sabrina or something for Halloween one day, but it's a wig plus a headband. Oh my gosh. Cosplay scene? No, I mean, this is not Japan. You know what I mean? You don't get like, you don't go to one district and there's a bunch of people dressed like, Totoro or something. It's not really a thing. If you do, I don't know, people just kind of think you're a little bit weird. If you do it as a foreigner, people sort of accept it. Around Halloween, it gets a little bit more popular. But again, it's like you're at an event. You would do it at a Comic-Con, which there's not a bunch of them here, but you would do it at a Comic-Con. You wouldn't attend the Comic-Con on the subway wearing this, and then you and your buddies in cosplay gear go to a cafe afterwards. That's not really something you would do. On that note, I am going to head out. I'm going to stretch my back and stuff. And again, this thing is going to die, so I want to close properly. See you guys later. Join us on the Discord. If you guys need a link to that, it's on the channel itself. So I'll see you guys later. Adios. Bye-bye.